Hey there everybody, this is Lee with Creative2xmom, and this video is going to be all about back to school traditions. It's that time of year where we are getting our kids ready to go back to school, whether we homeschool or whether your kids go to public school or you're a teacher yourself. There are so many traditions that are associated with the first day of school that I thought I'd share with you 10 of my favorites. Now this video is part of a collaboration that is being hosted by April at The Simple Rugged Path, as well as Lindsey at Bytes of Memory, so I will link both of their channels down below, as well as the playlist. These are awesome ladies who are a great part of this homeschool YouTube community, so I hope you will check them out. So these are my favorite 10 back to school traditions that I want to share with you today, and they're in no particular order. These were just 10 traditions that we either have incorporated into our home or things that I would like to incorporate into our home in the future. The first one is these prayer hands. Now this is actually something that I do in January every year, is I have my kids trace their hands on whatever color piece of construction paper they'd like. Typically they end up being orange, blue, and green because those are the kids' favorite colors. And then I spend some time praying, usually between the week of Christmas and New Year's, praying about what I see in my kids, what the Lord is showing me in them, things that they are either really strong in that I want to continue to pray for their growth and their development in those areas, or areas that maybe they're weak in, that they need to grow in, and I put those on their hands, and I put these in my Bible to pray over them. Now I also thought today this would be a great idea, whether you're a homeschool mom or a public school mom, to have these with you to be just praying for your kids. And if you're not somebody who has a prayer life or is a Christian, then maybe you just trace your kids' hands, and these are qualities and attributes that you encourage in their life, or character development that you're working on with your kids. Maybe you're helping them to speak up for themselves a little bit more. That might be something that you write on their hand, and you look for ways to encourage that in their life. Number two, and this is something we do every year, is go out to a special breakfast. Now I have a little bit more time because I'm a homeschool mom, so we go out and we get donuts. In fact, that's what we did this morning because this was our first day of school. We go out, get donuts. The kids also pick out a piece of fruit to try and balance it out a little bit, but it's a fun surprise and something that we don't typically do every day, so they really enjoy doing that. I have another friend that she wakes her kids up just a little bit earlier on the first day of school. They actually go out to breakfast. Breakfast is probably one of the more inexpensive meals, so if you want to take your kids out that morning, you can treat them a little bit, get a nice hearty meal in to them, and send them off to school. So number three is taking a first day of school photo of your child. I think this is something that a lot of us do and have gotten in the habit of doing. Something I would add to that is taking a first day of school photo in the same spot every year. Now I like to take ours in front of one of the trees in our yard, so it kind of measures how much the kids grow from year to year. Maybe you plant a new tree the year that your child is born, and you plant a new tree when they go into kindergarten if you have the space to do that, and then you can see the progression of the tree and of the child. I feel like this is just a fun way to see how much your child has grown from year to year, as well as remembering that first day. Number four, if you are a homeschooler, try to get out and take a nature walk. This is one of those fun things that as the kids are going back to public school, maybe you just take a nature walk in your park. You're going to have a lot more freedom to utilize your parks now that the public school kids are back in school, and it could be something as simple as that. Maybe you have time to go somewhere, maybe you have time to go to the lake, maybe you have time to go to a national park and take a nature walk. I feel like this is a great way to kick off your homeschool year, build in some observation in your kids, kind of have a field trip built in as well, and just be able to have a fun time and get some learning in at the same time. Number five, creating a party atmosphere. Now this is something that I have done for my kids in the past, where we have put streamers on the outside of their door, hung balloons. Sometimes I'll put streamers and balloons in here above our lights in the dining room, just having fun with it. Maybe you have a banner that says welcome back to school, or happy first day of school, or welcome to the second grade. Making it a big event and something special for the kids is always a great way to start the year. Number five, do an interview with your child. I'm going to insert a photo of the interview page that we did this morning. Now I found a pack of these, I believe there was like 24 of them at the Dollar Tree. If you have a classroom, this would be a great classroom activity. If your kids are going to public school, you could do it the morning or the night before, or if you're a homeschooler, and that's what we did as part of our first day back to school. This is a fun way to track your kids' interests from year to year, their favorite movies, their favorite books. Maybe it's changed from year to year as they've been exposed to new literature, their favorite sport. It was a lot of fun, and as a homeschool mom, I don't typically do an interview on myself, but I thought I would join in with the kids this morning, and I learned a few things about myself that I had forgotten. So this is a fun one. We post ours up on the wall to share with other people as the family comes to visit us, and then I will put it in their yearbooks or their memory books just in a few weeks as we change out our decorations. Start your day or your year with the same book year after year. I know Michelle from A Common Life said she always reads the same book to her kids every first day of school when they come back to school. I don't have a tradition quite like that, but a way you could adapt that if you are not a homeschooling family would be to start a new read aloud on the first day of school. This is a fun way to sneak in some sneaky learning, spend time with your kids, and it's like the turning of the page. New school year, new read aloud. Now this is a fun one if your kids have not gone school supply shopping with you, or even if they had, and that is to have a special treat at their spot at the breakfast table as they wake up in the morning. In years past we've done this. Maybe they have a new book, or they have a new fancy new pen that they can write with that they didn't know you were picking up. Maybe you picked up a special folder or a special binder when you were out shopping without them. Just something little that's a treat that builds in that excitement of a new year, or something a little bit different that builds a little bit of excitement into your morning. Number 9, writing a special heartfelt note to your child, something that they can read that morning. Maybe you've seen them mature over the summer. Maybe they've learned new skills over the summer, and you want to remind them and encourage them in those things. Encourage them in those characteristics that you've seen them develop, those good character qualities that you have been working on. And then just tell them how excited you are to see them mature in the new school year. Maybe there's challenges that they are taking on that they haven't taken on before, but you see them growing in those areas. I know for my kids, they have a few new classes this year that they're a little bit nervous about, but I know that they're going to excel and do fantastic in. So just a little bit of note of encouragement for them, and just to build in that excitement that mom's behind them, mom is championing them, and she's cheering them on. And number 10, and this is probably one of my favorites because I get to be a part of this one, and that is a special dessert that night. In the past, we have done an ice cream party. We actually had some friends come over one year, and we did a big ice cream party. You can do banana splits. I have a special treat in the freezer that we are going to have after dinner tonight. Maybe you want to bake and decorate a giant cookie to have with your kids. Something special as a sweet treat at the end of the day. Maybe your family doesn't necessarily do dessert, but you want to have a special treat for them when they come home from school. You could have a poetry tea time if you are a homeschool family. I don't know what it is about food, but food brings people together, and it's a nice way to kind of seal off your first day of school. So I hope you guys enjoy these 10 back to school traditions. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know your favorite back to school tradition. And don't forget to check out that playlist as well. I know there's going to be so many great ideas out there because there is a fantastic homeschool community here on YouTube. I feel so inspired by all of them day after day. So I'm excited to watch their videos as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and we'll see you next time. Bye guys.